Hello. Hello, welcome to my channel. Renzo here. Okay, let's paint. Let's paint a new portrait with oil paints. I use mostly synthetic brushes. Okay. I'm gonna use titanium white, cadmium yellow hue, cadmium red hue, permanent alizarin crimson, cobalt blue, and ivory black. Okay, and let's make a sketch. I use a little bit of medium. As a medium, I use linseed oil and turpentine. It's like 60% of linseed oil and 40% of turpentine. Okay, let's mix a little bit of blue with orange, red and yellow. I just want brown, a little bit of medium. Okay, and let's sketch. Let me see, I'm just trying to see where is going to be the face, establishing the top. Okay, here's going to be the top of the face, let's say the hairline, and the bottom of the face that's going to be, the bottom of the chin is going to be around here. Okay. Okay, first the overall shape, something like this. I prefer always straight lines. Okay, now let's see the center line of the face, something like this. Okay. Okay, now the line for the eyes. Okay, one thing, once you have the top and the bottom, you can split this in three portions. Okay, one portion, three equal portions. One portion that's gonna be for the forehead, this one, and the other one is gonna be from the brows to the bottom of the nose. Okay, and from the bottom of the nose to the bottom of the chin. Okay. Now you can split this in three portions, and here you're going to draw the eyes. Okay, one eye here and one eye here. Okay, that's normal proportions. Okay, you're gonna find out this. You're gonna find information about this if you just look for Loomis method. As simple as that. Okay, I'm gonna read some comments. Hello, Cage, Will Storp. Hello, Ineta. Hello, Sharon. Hello, Manuel. Hello, Jonas. Hello, Fanshon. Okay. Now, following these proportions, I get close to the position of the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. Okay. Now the one eye is here, the other eye is here. Now the nose. For the position of the nose in this three-quarter view, we need to apply a little bit of knowledge of the planes of the face. When we try to understand the plane of the face, we usually start to understand the volume, the three-dimensionality. For example, the nose in this position is like this. There is another plane here that change like this. We don't see too much of this side of the face, but it's usually something like this. Okay, now for the position of the mouth, usually you can use this from, find the middle, okay, and that's gonna be for the bottom lip. That means that we place the mouth up here. Now these measurements are not so precise. Obviously, we're gonna move things a little bit up, down, to the left, to the right. Okay, but this is basic proportions that are gonna help us to establish, okay, the proportions of the face. And then from there, we're gonna move this and try to, of course, try to move and try to get the likeness. Okay, hello. Okay, there's a name here that I cannot pronounce because I don't know the language. Hello, Gilbert. Hello, Hyman. Okay. Now, I usually prefer to establish just light and shadow. In this way, I start simple, and I don't overthink this about color too much. Because, you know, I mean, usually this is a combination of everything: drawing, proportions, the likeness, values, and color. And the best way that I always have just to simplify color is with to start with some orange and gray down this orange. You can gray down the orange just by adding blue or black. You choose what to do. In some videos you're gonna see that I use blue, and others I use black. That's okay. The idea is just knock down this color. Okay. Now you can make it maybe more orangey, more yellowish. It depends if you wanna, I mean, get really close to the image. At the end, skin color is always something really close to that grayish orangey color. Okay, this is gonna be for the light. Another important thing is about the canvas. It's better to tone the canvas. In this way we can start painting the lights. I mean, it's not that it's it just, let's say we can paint a little bit faster if we already have the canvas toned, which is different if we start with a white canvas. Okay. Okay, let's see. At the beginning I don't use too much paint. Yeah, because I don't know what areas I'm going to correct. Right now it's just establishing, you know, the nose, the eyes, and the mouth. Now let's use another brush and let's paint the shadows. I'm just using brown. Well, every time that you mix orange with black or blue, you're gonna get brown. And the shadow is just a variation of brown. Of course, we need to add more colors to create some transparency, to add more. We cannot have just one color. We need some reflections, some reflected light, something there always in the shadow. Okay, I'm stepping back. Now I gotta check out the proportions. Looks like in this case she has, let's say, this measurement is a little bit shorter than this. Okay? And maybe I'm just visually measuring. This and this are the same, and this a little bit higher. Shadow here. Okay. Squinting down my eyes. I think I got this. I got kind of close to the proportions. You know, every time that you decide to draw and paint at the same time is about just moving things a little bit. But this beginning about knowing where's going to be the eyes, nose, and mouth is really a good help in order to don't move this too much. Usually, any mistake that you have in painting is because of the proportions. It's better always to use proportions, use the Canon, instead of trying to go directly and trying to copy the likeness at the very beginning. The likeness is something that we're gonna build up just little by little, little by little. That's not something that's gonna happen at the first brush strokes. Here is about the proportions, and that's gonna get us close to the likeness. Okay. Hello, Joy T. Singh. Hello, Brennan. Okay. Now I'm going to use a bigger brush, and I want to establish the light and shadows, the hair and the background. Okay, I need more paint. I need more yellow. Hello, Thiagu. Hello, Theories. Okay, let's continue. Stepping back. Looks like this is okay. Just the same way I started with the overall shape of the face. You know, this got me close to the width and the height. I'm doing the same with this. I'm trying to step back, squinting down my eyes and see all this, and using always straight lines. Okay, it's just the easier way. Okay, I have all this in shadow, light here, light here. I'm gonna just darken this a little bit. Okay, on the face, the light is here. My highlight, my lightest light, that's gonna be here. I think I'm squinting down my eyes so hard, it looks like it's here and here, here, and you see, and that means that I'm not gonna add any light like this all around the face. That's one common mistake. Sometimes we have, let's say, this is our light. We do this with the same brush. We apply the paint here, we apply the paint here, and we apply the paint here. And at the end we have the same highlights everywhere. Okay, we have to try that, thinking that there is always going to be one area where the lightest light is going to be there, and maybe in another place no more, maybe one, two, maybe at top that's going to be 3 places, but no more. Okay. Okay. Let's see the background. Okay, the head here. Not more black. Step back. Yeah, I think that's okay. Now the background. You know what? I mean, I love that green on the photograph, but yeah, I don't think I'm gonna use that background. I prefer something neutral, really neutral, just gray. For now, you know that you change my mind, you can change the color. I'm going to check out the position of the eyes, the nose and the mouth. Okay, let's see. Let's see the alignment. One eye is here, the other eye is here. Okay, the mouth. If this line is like this, usually The nostrils have to be the same, follow the same line, and the mouth the same. That means that we have three parallel lines there. As soon as you have this like this and you have this like this, that's a mistake. Okay, something is not okay. Okay, I think I have this kind of close with the proportions. I'm squinting down my eyes a lot. Okay, you see the distance here from the base of the nose to the upper lip. Okay, this is something about her face. It looks like maybe it's too much. Yeah, I'm having a doubt here, but pretty sure that's she has this really the length here is really maybe more than usual. Okay, maybe if I follow just the canon, the proportion, the nose should be a little bit larger. I think I'm doing okay. Let's see. You know that there is a lot of corrections during the process. Okay, but it's about just to have the position of a couple of eyes, one nose and one mouth. Okay, just that. The problem is that it's kind of difficult to place it in the right position. That's why it's always better to use always some kind of a structure. We cannot go directly and trying to guess where is going to be the nose, the mouth, the eyes. If we're trying to see, if we go like, okay, I think the eyes are here, I think the nose. No, I mean use a structure. That's a good beginning. And then with the structure you can move things. And pretty sure you're not gonna need to move things like a lot. That's why this structure is called canon. Is something that works for 90% of the faces. Okay, we're gonna have time to during the process to try to guess if we move the nose a little bit up, a little bit lower. That's when we're gonna try to get the likeness, try to get the proportion close to our model's proportions. Okay, now I can add more paint. You know, it's okay if we add a lot of paint to the light and we can just leave really thin paint on the shadows. That works perfectly good for what we expect. The amount of oil we expect on the lights has to be a little bit thicker than the amount of oil paint on the shadows. Hello, Mitra. Hello, Monique. How are you? Okay, now let's add more paint. Let me see, this picture looks too bright. It's not that bright. It's because it's close to a really strong light that I have to my right. This is my latest light. Okay, I want to spread this painting. I'm not going to keep this color. I'm just establishing how thick I want the paint to be here. Okay, then let's mix this with more red and yellow, a touch of black, or a touch of blue if you want. I mean, it's okay. Just remember that, I mean, black is more neutral. If you add blue, maybe you're gonna, I mean, the mixture is going to turn out a little bit greenish. Sometimes if you have too much yellow in that orange, a little bit violet if you have too much red on the mixture. Okay, I'm going to zoom in for you to see the amount of paint I have here. It's not like a lot, it's not a lot, but it's enough just for this light to have the strength I need. Okay, now I'm not going to spread this more here. I need a new color for this area. If I spread this is going to get mixed with this color, but it's going to get lighter and lighter. Okay, maybe that's what you want. That's okay. Go back to the palette. Okay. And now you can, it's up to you to work with really thick paint and make it really visible brush strokes. It doesn't matter about how much paint you have. You can always blend, but obviously if you add a lot of paint, that's going to be so difficult to blend. Okay, but the amount of paint that I have here, if I do this, I'm going to blend it. I'm going to be able to make it softer, to smooth out this. I mean, not the same that if I use less paint. Okay, let's continue mixing here. Okay, I'm going to darken this a little bit of green, adding yellow and blue. More green, yellow and blue. No, if you make a mistake, you can always just wipe off that area. Okay, use a rag, use your palette knife, or just put more paint on top of that. And using a touches of pure red here. Let's see. Gilbert is saying, I seem to notice that oil paintings in general are smoother with less texture. But I don't know. I mean, it depends. It depends. I mean, I have seen so many paintings with oil paint that has a lot of texture. Jonas is asking me how many portraits a week do you normally paint? Well, no. Okay, yeah, I mean, sometimes I don't paint, like nothing in a week. But it's kind of difficult to say, but lately maybe I'm painting a portrait here for YouTube like 3 or 4 times a week, and then paint a little bit here my own paintings. Okay, and then what? Yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, yeah. Hey, thank you, Monique, for answering the question. Yeah, and this is, this is not like a. I mean, this is a technique, alla prima. Alla prima. The idea of painting alla prima is just trying to finish something in one sitting. But I'm not gonna say that my best paintings are alla prima. I have. I mean, the paintings that maybe where I have achieved more in terms of composition, color, everything, definitely are the paintings that I have spent more time. Yeah, but la prima is always a good practice because when we paint a la prima, we put everything that we have about drawing, color theory, perspective, all the things that we know. We have to use them all at once. All the things about the amount of grayish colors that exist. Okay, how we're gonna use the edges to help us to create more depth, the illusion of depth, how we're going to use warm and cool colors for the same reason, to create the illusion of depth. No, everything is about to create the illusion of three-dimensionality, and we usually use the same rules that we use for everything to paint. It doesn't matter how you paint. It's not just about painting portraits. Usually color theory rules is for everything. Okay, the thing is how you use them. It's like, for example, in a landscape, usually painters used to say colors in the distance are just, you need to take out yellow and orange and add more blue. That's going to cool down the color. You need to, let's say, kill the contrast for the colors that are just far away from us. And that's what we see in nature. That's what we see in real life. And for the colors that, for the things that are closer to us, we have to add more contrast, sharpen the edges, warmer colors. Okay? In a portrait, we have to do the same, but obviously there is not too much distance between the face or the areas on the face, but definitely, for example, here you have to think this way. The nose is here, the tip of the nose is not at the same distance to us, as is the cheek here. That means if I just follow color theory rules, if I add this highlight here, I can not add a highlight here. Okay, that's just going to flatten the surface. Think in this way. This is far away from me. Even it's not, but let's say that means that this color have to add more gray, let's say, or blue, to knock down this color. Let's do this. What's happening? I'm making this recede more, making this pop forward more. Okay? And they're gonna say, okay, I'm gonna exaggerate this. I'm gonna exaggerate. I mean, I'm not saying I'm gonna copy what I see. I know this rule. I'm gonna exaggerate this rule. That means that I can use this orange, pure orange, and add more color to a nose. What's happening here? I'm bringing this forward and making this recede. Okay, I didn't want that yellow there. I just want to knocking down this again, but that's the idea. And this is something that you can learn reading a book just in one day, or in a week, let's say. But sadly, that's gonna be something that is gonna take maybe months to control on the canvas, to have the right amount of that color, to make it just really that warm color. It shouldn't be too warm. It shouldn't be kind of neutral. It should be more a little bit cool, something like that. You have to be just back and forth, trying to get the right color, trying to get everything. Okay, just a minute. I got distracted for a minute. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Monique. I have Patreon lessons where we paint a small group. I mean, we paint Tuesdays, Sundays, we draw Wednesdays, we paint with acrylics Saturdays. It's kind of the same like here on YouTube. The difference, of course, is I and can critique paintings anytime. And the more important is that, I mean, we can see each other. I can see how you paint and make suggestions, corrections, and all of that. Okay. I'm gonna paint a little bit of the hair. I need to step back. Let's see. What I love about this photograph is just light. You see the light in the shadow. I want to keep that. Okay. Where's my bigger brush? Oh, here it is. I'm adding more black. Touch of red and yellow. You see all the mixtures go basically mostly around orange, black or blue. Because I mean this is usually what the colors that we have on a face. I mean it's brown. Could be reddish, it could be pinky, could be pinkish, reddish, yellowish. It's basically a variation of brown. Okay, stepping back. Yeah, it looks like everything is okay. see. Okay, adding a little bit. You know the shadow here is black. I just want to add some transparency to the shadow, and that's why I'm adding more red. I want something like a dark red. And let's see if that doesn't work. I'm gonna make it darker. Okay. Okay, so it's asking me, so Mitra, do you have in mind which faces you plan to paint, or do you decide on the day? To be honest, I decide on the day. Usually I spend like, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes, even to an hour in Pinterest, basically. Just looking for images, any image. Hello, Nicola. Hello, Latix. Okay, let me see. I'm stepping back. I see light here, but not more yellow and white. Okay, I have light here. Okay, I'm missing a little bit of light here. I don't want to use yellow for the light. It's more pink. Okay. I'm gonna add cadmium orange hue to my palette. I just want to add some touches of color. I'm gonna leave it there for now, but I mean, I'm just going back to retouch this. Okay, I have established, oh, the head. I use a little bit of white to paint the light on the head, the hat, sorry. Here, just here. Okay, Now let's work on details. The eyes, nose and mouth. I need to be more precise about details here. Squinting down my eyes. Another thing that I have to do is thinking about values. Okay, thinking about values is make this darker. Just a minute, guys. Just a minute. See, Leo. Dime. No, pide comida. Sí, pide comida. Sí. Sorry, that's my son. I know my wife was here for a couple of months, and now she's taking care again of her mom for maybe a couple of weeks or more months, and then we're asking for food, yeah, delivery food, and my son is telling me if I'm going to cook or he's gonna ask for food. And I cooked yesterday. I don't wanna cook. I'm not a good cooker, but I don't wanna cook every day. I would love, to learn how to cook, but no. I'm doing okay with painting. Okay, and darkening here, just to keep this light here. Okay, values are okay. I'm going to soften the painting a little bit, and I'm gonna work on details. Okay, let me zoom in for you to see. That's what I have now. You see one touches of color here, a touch of color here, a touch of color here, some red, some green. Okay, now let's look for the likeness. At the same time, we have to continue working on values. For example, you see this area here is just too bright. I need to darken that. Now, when you are about to darken something like this, when usually we have a question that what color I use? Okay, I can warm up the color, or I can just gray down this color. What's going to be the answer? Okay, I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to show you. Okay, now stepping back and just thinking about everything at once. Okay, I need to darken here. I'm thinking about values. Okay, I need to darken here. Yeah, I'm gonna do that now. Okay, it's dark here. Okay, I see a little bit of light here. I can exaggerate this. Let's see if that works. We exaggerate this like an accent there. Okay, a little bit more yellow. I'm gonna leave those brush strokes there because I just want to see if that works or not. Okay, now I have this accent, I have this accent, I have a little bit of light here. and I have reflected light here. I could change this color, since this is more like a reflected light. I could add green, blue, any color, or I just can kill down this. Okay, it's just, let's see. I'm gonna kill down this, okay, just to see what happens. If I need to light up here again, I will do it anyway. I need to see just what happens. There. Let's see if I touch here. Okay, I can. I'm thinking about color right now. I'm gonna add a little bit. This is cobalt blue. If I add cobalt blue to the background, a little bit, what I can do is add the blue reflected light here. Okay. I'm just trying to see, add more color and keep some harmony. Okay. I cannot just add this some blue here without having another blue. Even I can have this blue here. I can extend this blue over here, a dark blue a little bit. But let's see. I'm not so sure about this now. Let's continue. Let's work on the most important thing. The more important thing of the portrait, the face, details, the eyes, nose, and mouth, and try to get the likeness. Hello. Thank you, Hyman. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Monique. Before I go and work on the face, I need a little bit of orange here. Okay. Let's try to get the likeness. Okay. Hello, Barbara. Hello, Gregory. Hello, Danila. Sorry that I don't speaking too much. I'm just trying to get the shape of the eye. And sometimes I hold my breath. If you have any question, just let me know. You can write it down there. Okay. Now let's work on the other eye. I'm gonna add a little bit of highlight on this eye. Just a little bit. Okay. Well, Buzz is asking me what paper do you use to draw on? I'm using canvas. This is not paper, this is just it's cotton. I prepare myself this canvas with 3 layers of gesso. And at the end, one extra layer to for the color, to tone the canvas. adding a little bit of yellow for these highlights. Then I'm going to soften this. I soften, I clean my brush, and I continue softening, smoothing. A little bit of red for the cheeks. Here I need a little bit of red too, just a little bit. Okay. I think that's okay. I have to correct this here. Okay, now let's work on the nose. Okay, Damian Casar is asking me, does oil paint get bad after a long time? Okay, I mean, maybe oil paints are just the work of art, that one of the work of art that last for a long time. I mean, not obviously not like sculpture, not like stones or metal sculptures, but definitely to be something so fragile, you know, this is canvas. It lasts for a long time. It depends. I mean, we have to take care always. You know that the weather affects the canvases a lot. And the ideal is just to try to keep always, don't move the canvas too much. In terms of, let's say, if you leave a really dry place, you move to a place that has a lot of humidity, definitely the canvas is going to react to that. And the problem is that the canvas is going to move, and usually the oil paint, it's solid. It dries like by oxidation, the linseed oil, and it's kind of really hard or rock solid. Imagine something like that in top of something that moves. That's the canvas. That's why in the museums and those places they try to keep always the same temperature, the same humidity. In this way is as much as steady as possible. I mean, nothing move, and the canvas doesn't stretch. Nothing. That's the idea. Because usually this thing about the canvas getting stretched and then getting like kind of fluffy, that's the word, I think, at the end. Because of that, that's why usually the paintings start to crack. Okay. Hello, Maggie. Yeah, you're right, Maggie. And I'm going to paint this Paul Newman picture that you sent me, Maggie. We have a deer, another deer. Hello, Aisha. Yeah, Paul Newman. Paul Newman. Maggie, I make a mistake. I think you sent me an image. I'm pretty sure you sent me an image. It's Paul Newman? I don't remember the name. I'm making a mistake. Yeah, Paul Newman. Okay. Okay, I need to step back. Need to see the light is right. I'm going to soften the oil paint a little bit, and I need to make a shadow here. There is a shadow here, something like that. Yeah? Yes. Now here, remember what I told you about this color? This color has to be different from this one or this one. We need to create illusion that this is a little bit away from us. Okay. Even sometimes a sharp edge is just gonna be against us. Let's say that, for example, I make this sharp, like I'm doing right now. Okay, something sharp there is just it's gonna pop forward. Okay, and sometimes we see that on a picture. Okay, one thing we can make this sharp, this little edge sharp. Okay. Okay. We make this sharp. Okay, and we need to soften this. Now it's soft in the picture, but I'm telling you, making it this example, but because sometimes you're gonna see some shadows that are sharp, and we need to make a little change there. Yeah, because all the time that's gonna happen, and usually sharp edges. That's something that we love hard edges, because a hard edge is an indication of detail. We got attention to that area, and we love that. And it takes a little bit for us to control this thing about the hard edges. Okay, I make this sharp, I make this lost, and that helps for making the nose pop forward. I need to work a little bit more on the nose. I need to make it more sharper, a little bit sharper. Okay. Okay, it's the same everywhere. For example, here on the mouth, if I make this sharp here, I'm going to, what's happening, I'm bringing this forward here and here, and the mouth is going to look flat. Okay, and thinking about that, first we need to change the color on that area. Have to be a little bit darker, even though there is a light there, this light has to be a little bit darker. And next we need to soften the edges here, or even sometimes we can exaggerate and make it lost, really lost, and that's gonna help. It's those little things that painters used to change. With edges, remember, we use color too. For example, here and here, the nose and this area, same color, we need to change that. What I do, I mean, I'm exaggerating here, but I'm going to, I don't know if you can see that the nose is more orangey. It could be orangey, it could be yellowish, reddish. The idea is that we need to make a difference between this and this, and at the same time, here we need some light too, and maybe with more color, more saturation. Okay, maybe no more light, but more saturation. A little bit there. Okay, I'm using a little bit of blue here to make it this color a little bit greenish. Why? Because I mean, obviously I want these colors just to get work as lights, but in this area where there is not too I mean, there's a little bit of shadow. The colors are in shadow. The colors are less saturated. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of red here because we need always a touch of red on the chin. Remember, you have seen my videos, I always explain about the reddish areas on the face, the chin, the cheeks, upper and lower eyelid, and the nose. I mean, this when I say that, it's not that we're gonna paint in really reddish or orange. Is just to explain that there is a little bit of more color there because of the anatomy of the face, and at the same time we can exaggerate that. We can use that to create more colorful portrait. But it depends. It's up to us. I mean, it's something that we can use sometimes if we want. If the values are okay, we can end up with a painting that is maybe it's gonna look like just one color, but it's gonna be really good. Okay. Even that maybe it's just one color. Why? Because the values are okay. But that's not the goal. Yeah, the goal is to try to have a little bit of colors on our portraits. A little bit of them. Even sometimes we don't see those colors on our model's face. Okay? We tend to exaggerate them, and it's not like in order to exaggerate, we're gonna add. Let's say we can add even blue to the face or grayish blue, but we're not gonna add grayish blue or light blue, for example, on the nose. Okay? On the nose, we can just enhance that color. What color that's gonna be? That's gonna be an orangey or reddish color. Okay. Okay, let me see. Hello, Mari Carmen. Hello, thank you. Hello, Ardesh. Okay, let's blend a little bit of paint. I think I got the expression kind of close, but not perfect, but kind of close. It's been an hour and a half. You know that I usually paint from 2 to 3 hours. That means that I have plenty of time to make corrections here. I see something is wrong on the light of the eye. This light here is not okay. I mean, I need to darken that a little bit. Need to darken here for the pupil. Let me see, I think I'm getting close to the expression on the eye. Not so sure yet. You know, I used to paint a little bit here and there and take a rest. Usually, let's say to take a rest of the eye, I work on the nose, then I move to the mouth in this way. I just stop watching the eye or the nose. Okay. I don't know if you can hear a radio. Can you hear a radio? That's my neighbor. He has a party, I think. Oh, he's having a good time. I hope you cannot hear my neighbor. My neighbor is just singing right now. Can you hear it? That's so funny. Somebody let me know, please. Somebody tell me you can hear music. You can hear music, or you can hear my neighbor singing. That's my beloved neighbor. You know, he knows I hate him. He hates me too. We're even. We hate each other here. Oh, you cannot hear Monique. Oh, that's really good. Okay. Now I think I got the face. Now let's work on the hair. Of course, I'm planning to continue working on the face because right now I think it's okay, but definitely I paint more, or I spend more time, and sometimes I'm starting to see some mistakes. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's see. Yeah, everything I think is okay. I'm going to, I'm mixing black, red, a touch of orange here. I need to paint the hair here. Okay, orange again, and just a little bit of red. I'm trying to create some transparency here by adding saturation to this shadow. Okay, I'm trying to create this that it looks like some really warm shadow here. Okay, now, yeah, I got that right. For the shadow here, I'm gonna add permanent alizarin crimson mixed with a little bit of camion red. You know, it's getting mixed here with the color that I already have here, but I want just to create the same effect, some transparency in the shadow. I don't want a deep black shadow. Okay. Okay, I don't know if you can notice that. Let me see if I can get it close. Can you see here? You feel that red there? Now for the eye here, just it's nothing, okay? Just a little bit of light. It's kind of difficult to see something here on the eye. There's a hair here. Okay. It's just so difficult to see something here. Just giving the effect that there is a eye there, but I'm not working on details. Okay. Let's paint the background again. I love, I mean, I did these brush strokes without intention, but I love because I definitely kind of lost this area, and every time that we have something lost, I mean, if we have something lost and we have another that area is sharp, our eyes are going to go to the sharper area. For example, I could do the same here, like something like this. Just a little bit. Let's see. I mean, this is. See, if I add too much yellow, this is going to glow. Because that happens when you have a lot of yellow. Yeah, and I don't have yellow here. But let's see if that works. Because is that too much? Yeah. I think it's okay. I'm gonna add a little bit of white on top of this. Yeah, sometimes it works at a touch of yellow. Yellow is really strong color. And if you're working with neutral color, soft color, you add yellow. I mean, that yellow is gonna glow definitely. And in a portrait, any color that's gonna be kind of pure, it's gonna glow. Orange, any color. It's just remember, portrait usually has the skin has a lot of gray, especially in a portrait. It's a lot of gray. We don't see like saturated colors on a portrait. We don't see a pure orange. Maybe we can see that if we work in a different with different palette. I mean that we want to work in a different, let's say, color range where we enhance all the colors on the portrait. That's different. But usually we have, even in that case, we decide to add more colorful, more saturation. Even in that case, there is a lot of grayish colors on the skin. And why is that? Because I mean, in order to see saturated colors, you need grayish colors. Okay, there's no way if you add color to everything, there's no gonna. I mean, no create contrast. Contrast is the reason that why we see everything. Light, we see light because there's shadow. Okay, remember it's always about contrast. Okay, let's add more touches of this here. You know, I love this, but I don't know if that's working. The painting, I need to just to step back and check out. Okay, first I need to continue here. Okay, if I have color here, this light has to be mute. I'm not gonna add orange or really colorful light here, okay, because it's gonna compete with this color. I don't want that. Softening edges, because even here the shadow has an edge. Okay. This shadow here, I need to soften this edge. Okay, I need to darken the brow a little bit. Here. What do you think? Whew. Hello, Michael. I see a little bit of a light here. Oh no. Hello Klaus, thank you. Hello B.A. Hamdinger. Hello Mark Hamilton, the highlight in the hair is a little too yellow. Okay, thank you. Hey, it looks too yellowish. Eh? I mean, that's an effect of the camera. It doesn't look that yellow here. Mm. Yeah, I mean, sometimes the color is not just the same that I have here in my painting and the color on that you see on the screen. Especially for some colors, I don't know why. Maybe yellow does one color that doesn't look like the same. I can see right now on my screen it looks really yellowish here. It's not that yellowish on the painting. Okay, I'm gonna add a touch of orange here with a little bit of red. Okay. A touch of red here. It was too much red, I think. Can you see it? Yeah, it's too much. I'm gonna soften this a little bit. Yeah, just there. I need more light here. It's time to eat here. I gotta go in a few minutes. I think that's pretty good for an exercise. You know, this thing about the camera is something that I have tried to fix that, but yeah, I don't know, maybe it's something that it's about my lighting here in my little studio. Okay. Okay. I think that's it. Okay, I have some accents here, orange. I need some red here. touch of red just in the middle. Okay, another touch of red here, the shadow. You see, something is not okay with the mouth, eh? There, that's better. A little bit of light here, a little bit. Okay, I want to add a touch of yellow with orange, with a little bit of orange that I have here. Just a little bit there. And I'm gonna make some red here. Again, I'm gonna add more red here. Just a touch. I'm gonna add some permanent Algerian crimson, and I'm gonna do the same here. Okay. Okay, now let's work here. Okay, here's lost. I'm gonna make this a little bit sharper here, just a little bit. Lost here, and I don't know if you can see a little bit sharp there. Okay, almost nothing. Okay, I need to see if that's okay or not. Okay. What else? Hmm. A little bit of light. I think that's it. Yeah. Oh, I'm missing something here. This shadow on the chin. Okay, that's it. I would like to paint a little bit more, but I have a class in a couple of hours. No, an hour and a half, and I have to eat. And this was a nice practice. I think that's pretty good. Okay, that's it. Thank you, Maggie. Thank you, Michael. Michael was asking me, do you ever go back to old paintings and change them? Especially if you don't like them. Uh, but maybe I have done that like, I don't know, maybe a couple of times. I mean, let's say I do that every 10 paintings, I retouch one. Yeah, if I mean, I have seen so many paintings with so many mistakes that I don't like them. I don't touch them again. I don't know. Uh, I, I mean, that was about maybe a couple of hours ago, 3 hours ago. I was looking for a painting, and I was checking out all these paintings. Some like a couple of years that they painted a couple of years. I don't like at the half of them. Yeah, I have seen some mistakes, but it's just what it is. Yeah? Sometimes when I see something that is just so bad, that's when I fix it. And something like an eye is off, I mean, that's even. I mean, I say that I have a painting that one eye is off, and I haven't retouched that one. It's like I don't know. Every time that I say I'm gonna retouch this one, I keep watching the painting, and I said, okay, I will do it. I haven't done that anything to the painting for a year, I think. But this is because I consider this like exercises. I mean, it's just 2 hours, 3 hours. Okay, I'm trying to give as much as possible, but definitely it's different when you spend a week, a month on a painting. And every time that you paint at a Prima, you have to think about that. I mean, this is just like a marathon, okay? You're giving all you got, and that's amazing. That's perfectly okay. You make mistakes, and yeah, okay. And then, of course, you need to spend more time on other paintings with a longer process, a week, a month. I know it's up to you. Okay, thank you so much for being here with me. See you next time. Take care, you all. Bye.